Hello students, a very good morning to you. Hope you all are good and doing fine. Students, today in English grammar class, we will be doing subject verb agreement. Last time I taught you verb and I taught you the functions of verb. Now this time in this class, we will be seeing that the subject and the verb, they have to agree. What does it mean? We have learned that nouns and pronouns can be singular or plural. So in order to match them, the verbs too have to be singular or plural. Means with a singular noun, we cannot use a verb which is plural. Suppose I cannot use are with he. With he, what I will say he is present. I cannot say he are present. So it will be grammatically wrong. So here are some of the verbs that we are going to learn, and we are going to learn the usage of those verbs. So come to the book now, children. It is chapter 24, subject verb agreement. We have learned that nouns and pronouns can be singular or plural. In order to match them, the verbs too have to be singular or plural. This is called the subject verb agreement. Now, a singular noun or pronoun takes a singular verb with it, and a plural noun or pronoun takes a plural verb with it. Let us learn these concepts in detail. The first set of verbs that we are going to learn is, are, and am. Now, we use is with singular nouns and pronouns. The nouns which are singular in number, and the pronouns we learnt last time, singular pronouns and plural pronouns. So with the singular pronouns we are going to use is. This chair is old. Now this chair is singular and we have used is with it. The train is late. Train again is singular noun and we have used is with it. He is a postman. He is what? He is a pronoun, singular pronoun, and again we have used is with he. We use are with plural pronouns and nouns and pronouns. These chairs are old. This chair, these chairs. Is, are. All the trains are on time. This train is, all the trains, plural, so are is going to come. They are students of this school. They, plural, so are is going to come. So is used with singular nouns and pronouns, and are is used with plural nouns and pronouns. However, there are two important points to remember. What are they? I is also a singular pronoun. We use, with I, we use am. So this much I think all of you know, that every time with I, what we use am, though it is singular, but we use am. Particularly with I, we use am. I am your friend. I am very hungry. Another point that has to be kept in mind is, with you, we always use are, whether you stands for one person or for more than one person. If you remember, we learnt this thing also last time, that plural of you is always you. I very clearly explained it to you, that don't get mistaken. Don't think that if you is singular, the plural is going to be your or yours. No, singular is also you and plural is also you. So if singular and plural both are you, the usage of verb is also going to be the same. Means if you are using you for one person, you are going to use are only, and if you are using you for more than one persons, again the verb used will be are. With you, we always use are, whether you stands for one person or for more than one person. You are a student, single. You for one student. You are students. Students s, plural. So you for more than one student. Again here also are is coming, and here also are. For one also are, and for many also are. So precisely what we have learnt here, that if the subject is I, we are going to use am. If the subject is we, you, they, or any plural nouns, we are going to use are. And if the subject is he, she, it, or any singular nouns, we are going to use is. Now here is an exercise. Fill in the blanks with is, are or am. I dash keen to learn guitar. So what we have learned that with I we are going to use, always we are going to use in present am. So I am keen to learn guitar. Vitamins dash protective foods. Vitamins plural. So with plural what are we going to use? Are. Vitamins are protective foods. Like this you can try solving all the exercises and later on you can check it with the exercise that answers I will be sending in the snap homework. Next we will learn usage of was and were. Children, is, am, are we use in present, was and were we use in past. Now we use was with the singular nouns and pronouns. As we had used is in present, in past we are going to use was with singular nouns or pronouns. Look at the example. The book was on the table. I was sorry for my mistake. We use were with plural nouns and pronouns, like the books were on the table. Here it is the book, one book, so was. Here it is the book, so were. They were good speakers. They again is plural, so we have used were. With you, we always use were, whether you stands for one person or more than one person. You were the head boy last year, you for one boy. All of you were late yesterday, you for more than one boy. Similar thing that we learnt in present, that we learnt with are, with you. Same thing has to be followed with you for past also. Means that in past tense, with you we used were, whether it is used for one person or for many persons. So with I, he, she, it and all the singular nouns what we use was, and with we, you, they plural nouns we use were. Here are some sentences. We will be just doing 1 and 2. Rest I will be sending the answers. Fill in the blanks with was or were. You dash always kind to animals. You for single, one person. You were always kind. Why? Because with you we always have to use were. It dash Holi yesterday. We played Holi with dry colors. It is what? It is singular. So we are going to use was. It was Holi yesterday. Similarly, try to do the exercises and then you can tally the answers. Next is the usage of has and have. We use has with singular nouns and pronouns. Has and have, if you remember last week we learned that has and have, they show possession. So has is used with singular nouns and pronouns. A triangle has 3 sides and he has a new motorcycle. And we use have with plural nouns and pronouns. All the rooms have windows in them. We have a good library. All the rooms plural, so have. We have a good library. We is plural, so have. Now with I and you we always use have. I have a bright idea. You have got a new bat. You for one boy. You have got new bats. You for more than one boy. So with I and we also we always use have. So what we have learned that with I, we, you, they and all the plural nouns we use have. With he, she, it singular nouns we use has. A few sentences. Fill in the blanks with has or have. I dash many Barbie dolls. With I we use have. So I have. These flowers dash nice fragrance. Flowers are what? Plural. So these flowers have a nice fragrance. Now students, we will be learning the usage of verb in simple present tense. Tense we will be doing in detail, but for the time being, just remember that simple present tense is the tense that we used for routine activities or for the things which we do daily. So if we are using simple present tense, in simple present tense, if the subject is I, we, you, they and all the plural subject, that is first person and the second person. First person and the second person, we are going to use the root form of the verb. What is the root form of the verb? The first form of the verb. Forms of verbs I will be teaching to you in detail in my next class when we will be doing tenses. Root form is the first form. There are basically three forms of verbs. They are first form, second form and third form. First form is used in present tense, second form in past tense, and third form is used in past participle. Present, past and past participle. So root form, wherever you will find this word root form or base form, that means it is the first form of the verb. For example, if the verb is go, what is going to be its second form? Went. What is going to be its third form? Gone. So go is what? Root form or first form. So if our subject is I, we, you, they, or all the plural subjects, precisely speaking, if the subject is first person or the second person, we are just going to use the root form, the first form. With I we will use go, with we will use go, with you we will use go. But if the subject is third person and singular, third person is, remember the persons we did, third person, the person being talked about. So he, she, it and all the singular subjects. So this rule is, if the subject is third person and singular in number, then we add s or es to the root form. So in case we are using the verb go, go will become goes, and when it will become goes, when we will use it with he, she or it. We will not say he go. What we will say? We will say he goes, she goes, it does or it goes, but here in first and second person the root form. I hope this thing is clear, though very in detail I will be explaining it to you in the next class. Now the usage of verb here, you have to remember that with first person and second person we are going to use the first form. With third person singular we are going to use first form of the verb, the root form of the verb along with s or es. Now if the sentence is negative, negative sentence is the sentence which gives you answer in no, in negation. With I, we, you, they and all the plural subject we use do not plus the root form of the verb. Means in every negative sentence of simple present tense you have to use this word do. Remember. So if I say he goes to the market or I go to the market, what will be the negative sentence? Negative statement will be I do not go to the market. Okay. So with he, she, it and all singular subject, that means third person and singular, we use does plus not and the root form of the verb. If I say I do not go to the market, he does not go to the market. So in every negative statement we have to use do plus not or does plus not with third person singular subject. If we have to make interrogative sentences or if we have to make questions, then with first and second person, first person is I, we, you, they and all plural subjects, we will use before the subject. And if the subject is third person singular, that is he, she, it and all singular subject, we will say does before the subject. Here we did one example that I do not go to the market. What will be the interrogative form? Interrogative will be do I go to the market? He does not go to the market. Does he go to the market? Okay. Now fill in the blanks with the correct forms of verbs given in the bracket. I always dash my friends. So I always, I is what? It is first person. So with first person we have to use the root form. Here we learn that with first person we use the root form. So I always help my friends. I always help my friends. He dash very hard near the examination. Verb is work. Now he is what? Third person and it is also singular. So he works very hard. Here the rule was with he we use root form of the verb plus s or es. All these rules I will be teaching to you in detail when we will be doing simple present tense. He works very hard near the examination. In this way, you have to fill all the blanks according to the subject. And now correct these sentences. How many brothers and sisters do she have? Now what is the subject? Subject is she. So with she is what? It is singular. So with singular we never use do. What we use with singular? We use does. So how many brothers and sisters does she have? Next is Aparna and Mandeep studies in Queens Valley Senior Secondary School. Now Aparna and Mandeep, they are what? They are plural, because 1 plus 1 makes 2. So with 2, with plural we never use S or ES, we use only the root form. So Aparna and Mandeep study in Queens Valley Senior Secondary School. So in this way, children, you will be doing the rest of the sentences, answers you will be getting. I hope that you have understood this chapter. Now all these exercises, solved exercises, I will be sending, and you have to do them in your book only. Thank you, children.